Hi, this is Kristen Milstead, and I'm a blogger at the Verbal Abuse and Relationships blog at healthyplace.com. And I want to talk a little bit about what I went through when I thought about the relationship between good and evil. Because after I ended my abusive relationship, I've kind of struggled with that. And maybe it sounds like that should have been an easy thing because it felt almost like I had encountered evil, but the problem was I always felt like, well, first of all, I always felt like in a way that evil didn't really exist, that there wasn't really a thing as bad people, that there were only people and then people chose to do good or chose to do bad. I always believed that if people did something wrong, that it was because they were making a mistake, and that if you gave them a chance, they would want to do something different. But the problem that I kept running into was that my ex-boyfriend was given many chances to correct those mistakes, and he just kept making those mistakes again and again. In fact, they weren't mistakes. They were deliberate attempts to deceive me, to lie to me. It was abuse. And there was constant devaluing, verbal abuse, accusations of cheating, attempts to control me. No matter how many times I told him that he was hurting me, that to please stop, he didn't do it. And when the relationship ended, I felt as if I had lost something. I had lost my innocence almost. But at the same time, there were times when I confronted him, when I had lost my cool in a way, and I had screamed at him because I was so exasperated. And he would turn it around on me. He would twist it and say I was hurting him, and I was bad for it. And so then I would think in my mind, if he did all those things to me, and I was so hurt by it, am I a bad person too? Either evil doesn't exist, or bad people don't exist, or I'm just as bad as he is, and therefore I must be a bad person too. And I really struggled with that. And the conclusion that I came to was that there is a difference between people doing bad things, doing things they shouldn't do, and I still struggle with saying it, but I mean bad people, or people who just don't want to change, people who are not just doing bad things, but for whatever reason they are inherently have a problem, we'll say it that way. They don't want to change. They're unable. They're not insightful. They're not willing to see that they are a problem. They have a problem, and they do in fact twist it off onto other people. And I did a bad thing. I did bad things when I screamed at him and said things to him that I shouldn't say, and I've kicked myself over it many times. And I have thought about what I wish I would have done differently in those situations, and I hopefully learned from it. And I think now that maybe it doesn't make it okay, but I think maybe that's the difference between me and him, and that's the difference between good in people and evil in people, is people who refuse to see that they are hurting someone and have remorse for it and do something different. And I know that now, and I wish I had recognized that before, so that I could see that he wasn't going to change, and to stop equating my actions with his, so that I could maybe do something different sooner in the situation I was in with him, and also so I could stop feeling so guilty. Again, it didn't mean what I was doing was right, but so I could stop seeing myself the same way I was seeing him. So anyway, that's what I have to say about that. So if you're feeling something similar, I hope you'll think a little bit about what I have to say. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.